Hey guys, push like, subscribe, do that right now so you don't forget. Also, hit that notification bell if you'd like to have notifications when I have a new upload. So I already did uploaded this video once. I was not happy with it, so I redone it. I was trying to get this story out in time to help this missing woman. Her name is ERIN Valenti. ERIN is from Salt Lake City, Utah. And she is a CEO of Salt Lake City-based app developer called Tinker Ventures. She was there on business, and this was going on last Monday, so about the 7th of October, she was last seen or went missing. She was in her Nissan rental car, supposedly headed to the San Jose airport to go back home. But her husband, Harrison Weinstein, is saying something was incredibly wrong that Monday. Something was not right with his wife, ERIN, and he had some big concerns. Harrison said he talked to his wife on the phone briefly, and to him, she seemed confused. And he asked, "Did you drink anything? Did anybody give you anything?" And he said his wife responded with no. Her mother, Agnes, said she also spoke with her. Valentini was last seen wearing torn jeans, white t-shirt. She's about 5'4". She has blonde hair. And the license plate on her car at that time that she was supposedly renting was 8LUD641. ERIN never arrived back home to Utah, so this was a huge concern for her husband. He called the San Jose Police Department asking them to help him. And according to his Facebook post, he was not able to get the help he needed for his wife. So ERIN was last seen in Palo Alto and was driving to the San Jose airport. Her phone was shut off Monday night, and no one heard from her since Monday. According to her husband, he was not able to get this help, and the police labeled her incorrectly, saying that her disappearance was voluntary. And the fact that he was very concerned of how confused she was is, I think, a very important tip for the police to consider, that perhaps, people, you cannot just assume people, if they have mental problems in the past, that they're suicidal or they're doing this on purpose. In fact, people have become smarter these days when it comes to especially kidnapping and crime. They're texting on people's phone, making people believe that they're still alive and okay. They're also going on to social media and pretending to be that person that is no longer here. And what I'm talking about right now will make sense later on, and we'll discuss it later on in this video. So Harrison, her husband, has a response, and he says, I get people have the right to disappear, but that's not this. Weinstein told KTVU. Everything she talked to him on the phone about, she planned on coming home. She was trying to get to the airport. She's not thinking clearly. So Valentini's family went to the police as well, and they told them, we spoke to her by phone. Then they went and looked for her, but they were not able to locate her. And according to her family, they just really wouldn't get any help from that police department or the investigators. Now, this is shocking. So, ERIN is a 33-year-old successful CEO. She had spoken on the phone with the family saying she's coming home, but something didn't seem right. She seemed confused. They said this has never happened before. Her family tells police officers, look, she's a smart woman. She's never done this before. This isn't like her. And her father, Joseph Valentini, said despite all the information his family gave the police department, for example, they gave the make, the model, the license plate of her rental car, descriptions of her erratic behavior on the phone, and the data tracking of her last phone call and Al Madden neighborhood. The police didn't file an official missing persons report for ERIN Valentini. It wasn't until Thursday that they actually helped this family out. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going into Thursday, and the way that they end up helping them out is they describe ERIN Valentini as voluntarily missing. Her father, Joseph, says that the police told the family that she was an adult and she could have taken off for a few days. The result, he said, was that the department didn't make searching for her a priority. Her father was livid. Quote, that's bullshit, because she was due for a flight out of San Jose Airport back to Salt Lake City, end quote. The family disappointed with the police department's response, which is something that seems to be a problem in the area. The fact that the police do not help people in the area, and there's tons of complaints I'll show on here later. The family had to set up help to try to find their loved one themselves. ERIN's father continued to complain about, how bad this San Jose Police Department was, and saying that, quote, the beginning of this was a charade, end quote. He continued to show his grief and dissatisfaction. He said, quote, and I'm totally frustrated and pissed off with how that was conducted, end quote. And he has every right to be. This is ridiculous. And the Enrique Garcia is over this, refuses to even really communicate with the family. He does it through email, which is ridiculous. Anyways, she would have been last Wednesday, she would have turned 34. ERIN Valentini was found Saturday, and she was found in the 6500 block of Boys Lane in San Jose. So it's about a half mile from her last known location. So her body was taken to the coroner's office, where her family did confirm that it was her. So she's been identified. But her family and community are grapple how the body of the 33-year-old tech CEO was unnoticed on a residential street, possibly for days. Her father is accusing San Jose police of botching the search for her. So needless to say, a day after ERIN was found in the back seat of her rental car on a residential street in San Jose, in a very quiet neighborhood, questions are emerging about how authorities handled her missing persons case, and they need to stick with it. Of course, they're trying to say, she had some mental health issues in her past and present, but according to her family, her husband, her boyfriend, her father, her entire family say, something just isn't right. And they're not the only ones to complain about the San Jose police. Okay, guys, so here's a post of what her husband put on Facebook when this was going down. Okay, so here's his Facebook post. I write this post with a lot of pain and fear, but I can really use your help. My wife, ERIN Valentini, has been missing since Monday night. She was last seen in Palo Alto Monday afternoon wearing torn jeans and a white t-shirt. She was driving from Palo Alto to San Jose, but never returned her rental car or made it on her flight home to Utah. Her phone has been off since Monday night. If you have seen or heard from her, please let me know. She was last driving a gray Nissan with California plates 8LUD641. Any information to her whereabouts is much appreciated and can be directed to me, her family, or San Jose Police Department. The pictures posted are all recent, within the past few weeks. I was really upset because of the fact I didn't get this out quick enough, but I realize now, after calming down, that this was Saturday, and no matter how quick I would have gotten it out today, it probably would not have helped. But I do want to talk about the fact that this San Jose Police Department was incompetent, ignorant, and downright refused to help these people. I don't usually say this. I don't think I've ever disliked a police department this much in my life, but when I started this story this morning, I read that and I was like, my God, you got to be kidding me. So I did some research and I pulled up, I took some screenshots for you of the reviews that I'm seeing on this police department. I'm not in that area and I didn't have time to do, in-depth research, but we did get an idea of what the people in that community think about this San Jose Police Department. And let me tell you, a lot of people are saying that they feel like they are corrupted, they don't care about the people, and they're not helpful to the community. And I think, the San Jose area needs to start listening to these people and consider the fact that they might need to look into this place. All right. So I want to go over a few of these are real reviews. People are writing about this place. Most San Jose police officers will take citizens as a challenge. They will do anything to upset you or provoke you. Be careful. Do not fall for the game. All they want is to prove themselves how much power they got over citizens. Dispatch services gets a 0+. They seem to act like attorneys providing legal advice. Overall, I feel very insecure, afraid of our San Jose police force. There's no 0 stars. Too bad. So they're saying they feel like there's no hope. Okay, let's read this next one. Their 911 may have fast response times, but non-emergency has 0 response time. Was on hold and stuck in a loop of recordings and no one picked up after 40 minutes on hold. Abuse of power HQ. This one is quite interesting. Don't entrust your minors to the officers with this force. It only makes a few bad seeds and they will cross-pollinate the rest. Usually because you don't betray your own. Letting grown adults walk away from an adult situation. Adult words are stronger and more adamant. So it's I'm not quite sure what they mean by this, but I wanted to share it. Next. I was threatened by an angry man and his girlfriend at a Safeway off Capitol and Tully. The man said he was going to kick my ass and kill me. Although he made obvious, I think he means terroristic events, and had witnesses. Officer John Carey of the SJPD let the man and his girlfriend go. They said there was nothing they could do. Sorry, they made him apologize. The SJPD are the worst officers in South Bay. They only help certain people. When certain people commit crimes, sorry guys, I lost my space. Certain people commit crimes, they arrest them. If crimes are committed against a certain group of people, it's always an excuse. They won't help you. Notice, guys, they say they won't help you. San Jose community needs to start protecting ourselves. So they have a serious issue with neglect from the people that are supposed to be helping them. The people that are being paid, who wear uniforms within their community, are neglecting their citizens. And now we have a girl right now who is dead, that if they would have listened to the husband and at least tried, perhaps they could have helped her before it was too late. The people of San Jose are crying out and nobody is hearing it. Please, I ask you guys to share this video, share it everywhere. Also, please call the mayor, call whoever you want. Suggest that they look into this police department. If they have to, they probably need to fire some people and rehire some new ones because they are not protecting the people. I mean, we've heard where you have a few bad officers here and there. Of course, it's anywhere and everywhere. This is not that, as her husband would say. This is something different. This is something serious and should be dealt with. They say they are going to investigate as to what happened to her, but I wouldn't trust them if I was him. I would hire an investigator. There is no doubt about that. I would not trust San Jose with anything. And I would fly my butt down there and make sure things were taken care of. Right now, we don't have a lot of information, but what we do know right now is it seems like there's a possibility that she was poisoned somehow. And, you know, when they do the autopsy, we'll probably find out, I hope, within the next week, since they already identified her. We're over the weekend, so maybe Tuesday, I hope. I hope so. Because this is a story that needs to be addressed, because this could be your child next time. It's just unbelievable, guys. This story really made me mad. I was mad this morning when I read it, and then somehow I overlooked that they found her Saturday, or it's just getting out. Now, we know that today's times, it's not just the police that are dealing with taking advantage of people or being corrupted. It seems to be an issue in every aspect of our lives. And it's something we have to fight since the beginning of time until the end of time. I mean, it's just something, we always have those bad apples. But I really do feel like the San Jose is probably above average when it comes to corruption. And I hope that they do look into them. That being said, I want to make sure that I do address the fact that I'm not saying all cops are bad. I appreciate cops, especially the good guys out there who actually, since they were children, dreamed of being out there doing that job to help other people. There are heroes out there in our midst. But definitely, I am not cop bashing. Please do not take it that way. So for all of those, especially if you're a police officer out there or you work in the police department, we appreciate everything you do, especially when you are working to help better our cities. But what I do want to address is we had this Enrique Garcia, and he definitely has had a lot of complaints against that department, including himself. People are concerned of whether or not that that police department is there for the well-being of the people that live in San Jose. And perhaps if we speak about it, maybe they will open their eyes and actually investigate this department. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed. And I truly feel bad for the Weinstein and Valenti family for what they're going through, and the fact that the people that they depended on most were not there for them, and especially for Miss ERIN. I mean, she just absolutely was neglected in her time of need. Now, this is a subject that's not talked about often. All we hear in the media is what media wants us to hear, and to be honest with you, it's nothing but manipulation anymore. There's hardly any truth out there. Occasionally, I'm not downing all of you guys that are in media either. There are good people out there, but the majority of them are not. And a lot of them have their sights set on destroying instead of building and making things work as a team. But I will be doing some more research on this subject and share it on here later. Especially on the mental illness issues where police, if they hear that they have a background of mental illness, they say, you know, okay, we can't really do nothing. They need their space. Well, there's one thing about that. If you have mental illness, firstly, you should at least be found and ask, do you want to be alone? Not neglect it. This is absolutely neglect on this case. We need to make sure that you hear people talking about mental illness and how you're supposed to be supportive, but we hear it, but we don't see it. There's not a family on this earth that is untouched by mental illness. These people are loved. They are still people. They're still normal. It's just they have some struggles they deal with. And we need to quit throwing them away like they are garbage. And I want to ask you truthfully, if your loved one disappeared, you talk to them on the phone and you realize something isn't right, and you have no way to check on them, you have to depend on the police. You call them and they say, she has a mental illness background, give her time, give her space. Is this what you want? I don't think so. I think people want results. They won't help. Okay, so before I go, I do want to share something that happens. It really made my day. I was so excited about this, and it made me feel loved. And to those of us that have nephews and nieces, you know how much they mean to us in our lives. And we realize that in our lives today, it's kind of hard to be as close to our family as we should be, especially if you live, quite a distance away from them. And we watch them grow up, and we wonder, what was our role raising these children? What kind of people are they going to become? Because I had a lot to do with my nieces and nephews. That's just something I wanted to do in my life. And this little stinker, he's not a sneaker. He is a sneaker sometimes when he's younger. This little stinker sent flowers to my house, and it was funny because my son and I were standing outside, and this white car pulls up, and he opens the trunk, and I think, oh, Kyle must have ordered food again because he makes McDonald's rich. And the guy pulls out this beautiful bouquet or thing of flowers, and he starts walking towards me, and I said, where are you going with that? And he says, Debbie. I said, yeah. I think you probably got the wrong person, because I get flowers, but I don't get them like that. So, and especially, it wasn't Valentine's Day. It wasn't my birthday. It wasn't any type of holiday. I was not, that's the first time somebody's caught me off and really made a surprise work. The guy hands me these beautiful flowers, and it was amazing. But anyways, I love this kid, Robert Seville. So he actually just lost his father 2 years ago. And through all that he went through, he still pushed and managed to get and work hard on his bachelor's degree, which he will soon get. So I'm very proud of him for that one. But God, I love this kid. But anyways, I want to make sure also you guys know that I will be making a video about you, my family, the subscribers of this channel. So, you guys need to know how much I appreciate you. And I do love you guys. And without you, this channel would not be doing as well as it is. And I appreciate you guys being patient and giving me time to get it to where I would like it to go. You guys your support is just amazing. And I do feel lucky. I don't even know how to explain how much you guys mean to me. So I don't know when, because right now I'm upgrading. Y'all know that. So I'll be throwing some videos out here, and maybe they might not be as good as they usually are, or have a lot of work put into it, because right now I'm trying to transfer over to Adobe Premiere, which so far I've been playing with it a little bit, and it's gonna make things even harder. It has a lot of stuff, but it's more difficult. So you can do a lot more things with your videos, but for what I'm doing, I don't know if I need it quite as much as that offers. And there's really not in between. So I just want to ask if you guys will hang in there with me. Don't give up on me. And I appreciate it, guys. Let's send our love and wishes out to Weinstein and you know, ERIN's family, because they're going through hell. Let's wish them luck on getting justice. I hope they do find some answers. I think what they're going to find out, it's very odd what's ever going on with this case. And it doesn't make sense. There's something really weird going on with this case, that's certain. And, you know, was she drinking? Was she, did somebody kind of put something in whatever she was drinking or eating? It just doesn't make sense. So good luck, guys. And I want to say thank you for watching, guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.